To another live reading. I always like to go on just like 5 minutes early during a Mercury retrograde because we know how technical stuff just gets to enjoy its challenges. So looks like we're going live here and we're doing well. So I hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you're at in the world. And I'm so grateful to have you here. Uh, Connecting with the spirit world and seeing what messages of love from above that they have for us today. So I wanted to start off saying thank you, a big, big thank you to all of my new subscribers and everyone. I passed 500 last weekend, so we're more than halfway to my goal of 1,000 or more subscribers. So thank you so much. And if you already are a subscriber, I would really appreciate you considering spreading the word. Tell a couple friends, let them have an opportunity for a lot of my giveaways that I have out there. Of course, once I reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I am going to give away 10 1 hour personal readings. So that's going to be fun. I can't wait for that to happen. In the meantime, I am giving away kind of weekly giveaways. I am going to be announcing today the winners of the Wish Upon a Star Astro readings. Next Saturday, I'm going to be having the 3-tier personal reading where I've already got 10, I know, where I'm going to be giving away one 30-minute recorded personal reading. And then if I get 20 comments, I'll give away an additional 45 a minute. And if I get 30 comments, I will give away in addition 1 hour personal reading. So be sure to check out those. I have the what is it called? A playlist? Yeah, a playlist for my giveaways down in the description box below. So be sure to check that out. And then yesterday I did put out an announcement for my called it a Life Compass Astro reading, which is all about our north and south nodes. It's a wonderful information about what we come in here with our human character, like what are our challenges, what are our drives and our tendencies, those types of things that we revert to when we're in fear. It's kind of our lower energy that we come in with. And then the North Node talks about what is our highest that we're trying to achieve. So if you want to check those out, that'll be in the playlist too. So just look at the video on how to sign up for it, and I'll be drawing that the week after next. So really, really excited. Hey, Shonda, welcome. Hi, Rax, welcome. Thank you guys for joining. And I think that's all my announcements. So let's move beyond that. I always like to start off by pulling a card here from these Guardian Angel. There we go. Guardian Angel cards here. So we'll see what they want us to know. Hey, Miss Honeylove, welcome. We'll see what the Guardian Angels want us to know starting off with this reading. And then for all of you who are subscribers, you can put your questions down in the chat box, and I will follow those in order as they are put there. And if you're not subscribed yet, all you have to do is subscribe, and it'll immediately let you also put anything down in the chat there. So I am excited. All right, very good. So we will go to you first, Miss Honey, after I pull this card here. So Guardian Angels, what would you like us to know today, please? What message do you have for all of us that will see this video today? Okay, this is the one right here. Wow, beautiful. So we've got compassion. And that says, dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. What a way to start off. I do love that because the love that the higher realms have for us is unconditional. There's no conditions, not even one, right? Because it takes one condition to make something conditional. No conditions, nothing we can do to lose it, nothing we can do to gain even more of it because we have it all. So they love us. They see us as perfect because they have no expectations or conditions for their love. They just see us as awesome, and so we just can change our perception from our human, you know, uh, kind of suppressed view of ourselves and see from their viewpoint and be like, wow, we are awesome. So I love that. All right, so let's jump in here. Thank you guys for being here again, and I appreciate your patience. So we'll start with Miss Honey, and I do want to. I'm going to start off with the Witch Tarot here, and we'll find out: is Daryl seeing Alia? So let's see what they're willing to tell us. When it's other people, sometimes spirit goes, none ya, like none of your business, right? We're like, oh, but they'll let us know how anything impacts us. So sometimes they'll kind of shadow or veil information for others. They'll just allow us to see into the mirror of what we need to see for ourselves. Hey, swimmer girl, welcome. Woo whoop. All right. So let's take a look here, Miss Honey. What can you let us know about Daryl seeing Alia, please? What would you like us to know? Okay. Wow, okay. So I did give you 4 cards. Let's see what we have here. So we've got the 9 of Wands first. And the 9 of Wands shows like the power that is in this situation. There's like this was like a block before, but someone has made an energy change and taking power into their hands, and they're stepping through a block. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, King of Pentacles. So someone is taking control over their outside life and taking their worth and taking their just I want to say obstacles, but taking control of what is happening in their outside world, not allowing things to keep them back. Wow. Then you also the Queen of Pentacles. And let me look at this last one too. Oh my god. And then the Justice card. So there's these balancing of truths that's coming out. This is for Miss Honey Love there, Rex, and then you'll be next, okay? So, you can see here she's got this Ace of Swords here, which allows her to connect to the higher realms and see truths. And there's this balancing that's going on here, you know. So when I see this and we're asking about a third party, I kind of see 1 king and 2 queens, right? So there's 3 parties in here. But then here is someone busting through these blocks and these walls and taking control of their own power, right? So I feel like the answer is that there's, you know, this, I want to say a triangle, but there's 3 individuals in this party, and I feel like that 9 of Wands is you. Because when I pulled it at first, I was like, well, this is supposed to be about them, but I feel this is about you. I feel like it's like you get to grab onto your magic wand, that one staff that she's holding on to, and it's a very strong thing. It's like you are the one that controls any blocks and any, kind of um, let's say blockades that are keeping you moving forward in your life. And it's like, you know what? I am, they're in charge of their kingdoms, right? The king is in charge of his, the queen is in charge of theirs, and the other one, it's like she looks like a queen, is in charge of her own kingdom. And it's like, you know what? I don't need to intermix kingdoms if I don't want. I'm going to take my kingdom and go a different direction if I want. I hold the power in my life, not anyone else. It's kind of like a Games of Thrones is what they're showing to me in my head. It's like you're just not into all the politics and the whatever. It's like, you know what, you guys have your own little altercations and do all that. I am taking power into my own hands, and I'm going in this direction because the 9 of Wands is about turning inward, right? Because the um, Hermit card in the Major Arcana is the number 9. So anytime you get a 9 in any of the smaller suits, it is about you're finding that within, and they are finding, wands is your passion, your energy, your power, your inspiration. You're finding it all within you instead of out there. And so this mirror of the stuff that's happening is for you, and it's for you to turn inward, to find your own power. And so you don't feel as powerless in situations going forward. So hopefully that brought a little bit of clarity there for you. If you have additional questions, pop them down below and I'll circle back around um, as well. So thank you for asking that question, Miss Honey. So, and is that Rax, Raks? If I mispronounce that, I'm so sorry. So, will your father get his pension problem solved within 1 month? And and then you want a next 6 month in general as well. Okay, so first, okay, good, thank you. I know I'm like bad at pronouncing names anyway, so maybe spirit is telling me that. So let's take a look here. First, your father's pension problem. Yeah, I'm getting drawn to this healing light tarot. Excuse me. So let's take a look there, and then we'll take a look at your next 6 month general, what they'd like you to know. And if anyone else has any questions they want to ask, just throw them down into the chat box and I will get to those in order. First come, first serve here at Bretta Zen. All right. I don't think I should have drank in some of my energy drink earlier. I'm getting a little hyper, so my apologies. All right. So we've got your father's pension. You got two here. You've got temperance, which is all about balancing, things balancing out. So I like that coming in here. Oh, and they have a choice, the chariot. So this is about movement that's happening. So I do feel that there will be movement that is happening with their pension. And, the chariot also brings in the power of choice. Whatever is unfolding, that he also has the ability to, whatever story that they put to it, whatever emotion they want to feel as they go through it. And I feel like if he'll kind of have this balancing, this patience kind of come in, that it'll help things go. It's almost like when whatever we focus our energy on is what grows. And so I kind of feel like they're nudging, saying, balance out the energy, focus on what he's grateful for, focus on what is in his life and what he does want in his life, not focusing on what they don't want in their life and the lack of something. So it's like, instead of focusing on what if I don't get my pension, what if this happens, what if, all the kind of fearful type of things, because when you focus on that, that'll grow. But it's kind of like they're saying, balance that out. And we know it can't always be 100% of thankfulness and gratitude. But when it goes out of balance, just, if you're around them, hey, dad, take a deep breath. Let's bring it back. What are you grateful for? Let's focus. Let's change your energy, because that will help things, move along there. So, um, so I like that. There is movement though. So I feel like there's going to be movement in the next month toward it. They didn't tell me if it was like absolutely going to be solved and completed. Let me see if they'll tell me here. Yep, and so you have a 5 here, and this is the 5 of Pentacles. So there is this change in abundance and finances coming in. So this would be a yes. It's like, again, the changing of energy though, because 5 is the number of change. And it's interesting that the 5 of Pentacles popped up, because it's like uh looking for man and humans to bring us our sustenance, and realizing that our sustenance comes from up above, not from man. Man might be the delivery company that brings it to us, but it's the creator, it's, source, the universe, whatever you believe your high power is. So whatever your dad believes his higher power is, it's like reminding them that that is your source, and that humans are the shipping company. They'll bring it to you, but it's changing all of that energy and focusing it more up above on there. So, that's what I'm looking at there. Um, and then we'll look at your next 6-month general reading. Hey, it's just Crimson. Yeah, you can absolutely just pop down what question you have, or if you just don't want to share your business in the outside world, you can just want a general reading in spirit. We'll bring in your reading. I'm going to finish with Rax there first, and then you'll be next. So let's take a look here. I feel I'm being drawn to the shaman's dream, Rax, for your 6 months. So let's take a look. See what they would like you to know about your coming 6 months. All right. So what would you like them to know? All right. So you have the eyes of the eagle. Let's see if I can get that to, there it goes. Nice card here. The eagle eye. Better the eagle eye than the evil eye, right? Because the eyes of the eagle is about protection, inherent trust, rising above the fray. And it says the eyes of the eagle offers you the gift of foresight, the skill of looking ahead to see the unfolding of destiny before it all manifests as reality. The eagle's extraordinary vision allows it to spot the tiny mouse from its lofty perspective as it flies thousands of feet into the atmosphere. In a similar fashion, you too can train your keen eye to discern the workings of humans. Eyes of the Eagle is an invitation to witness the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful, yet react to nothing. Act only to further your noblest calling. The eagle flies above all creatures, and when it meets obstacles, it simply rises above them. Know that you are protected. You can fly high above the judgment, slings, and arrows, and the darts of envy from others who may not have your great wings and are still arguing with the pigeons over crumbs. Trust that you are ready for whatever fortune has placed before you, even if you feel not yet properly equipped to meet its challenges. Your willingness to say yes to spirit has nothing to do with how well outfitted you are. Hesitating, on the other hand, will suck the air from under your wings and make you lose altitude. So you are called now to trust your heart and your instincts, to move fearlessly and not waver. The time is right, and no harm can come your way if your motives are pure and you act courageously. Wow, that is a great card to get for a general reading for the next 6 months, because it's telling you you have the power to rise above any obstacle. You're safe, you're protected, and just be bold and courageous, knowing that you're being looked after over these next 6 months. So, nothing to fear is a great message for 6 months. And let me just, I'm going to pull a couple more cards here just to get some clarity around, any obstacles that might be coming, just so that you're aware of them and can be prepared for them. So, what else would you like Rex to know about their coming 6 months? All right, we did give you 2 cards. Let's see what they are here. Yeah, she got the Magician card, powerful card. Again, this is like you have everything you need to make your dreams, a reality. The only thing that would keep you from doing that is not believing that you have the power to do so. I mean, this is infinity symbol shows that this is your higher self, and you bring down this mighty power in through you as a conduit and out into the world. So it is showing that you have this mighty ability to, make things happen, to put your intentions and your energy towards things, and it happens. And you even have the King of Cups here, which the King of Cups is all about your emotions, but it's about balancing your heart and your mind. So over these next 6 months, and it kind of comes back to that temperance card with your dad's reading too. It's all about balancing out, not being too much in your mind and or too much in your emotions, but a nice ebb and flow between the two. So I do like that for you. So those the obstacles just getting out of balance is kind of what I feel with that. And they with that magician card there, they're basically telling you that because you have that magic wand, they're showing me what is the one with Mickey Mouse? Is it Fantasia? Where, whatever he focused on, the little wizard, it was like he made things happen. And they're showing me that if you whatever you have that wand in your hand at all times, and whatever you focus on is what expands. So it's kind of this parallel message, like your father and you are going through kind of this parallel time right now about whatever you guys are focusing on is growing, and so you're looking at him as this mirror, and you see that when he focuses on fear, that expands. When he's feeling in a good place, then the joy expands, and then that's kind of what they're bringing to your there as well. And and let's see here. So you said but you know, it's interesting. Different tarot decks for different readings. We can always use one and spirit would communicate, but I like the freshness and the diversity of the different decks. And they'll tell me to pull from a certain one because imagery is different sometimes on how the creator of a tarot deck creates it. So sometimes they want the vision that we see to be different, because we as humans, we really remember more when we see pictures. We're very visual beings. And so we don't need cards to communicate with spirit, but they like having something for our human brain to go, I get it. And we put the message uh, in with the picture that we're getting. So that's why a variety of different pictures and oracle cards, they just like the visuals that grab our attention. And then there's different things that trigger for different people too. So I love that question. Hadn't anyone asked that before? So that's great. So if you have more questions, pop them down. I'm going to keep going here. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And let's see here. And then we have It's Just Crimson. And you wanted to get a reading. Did you just want a general reading, Crimson, or did you have a specific question? Okay. You're very welcome, Rex. So I'm going to use these love oracle for love questions, and I actually have a pink deck and a black deck. The pink cards that pop out are for the person asking the question, and the black cards are about the other person. So we'll take a look here. I'm going to shuffle these out and just see if they have feelings for you. So any black cards that pop out will be their feelings for you, and any pink cards will be what they want you to know about the situation. So, what does she feel? Okay, so I got a pink card pop out. So this will be you. What else? Okay, all right. So they do want these top two, which is another pink, but a black one. So we'll start off with the pink one since those popped out first. So your first card here is ascending. If I can get it to there, it goes up, up and away. So you're moving up, you're expanding, you're learning during with this interaction with this person. Yeah. And this is like, paradise here. So this is what's going on inside of you. You have happiness, again, the expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness. You're enjoying each other. So you're enjoying this side of them and getting to know them. And and then they have passion. So I would say that is a yes there, Crimson. It says they have insane chemistry. They like each other equally and having fun. So they definitely are enjoying your time together. So, by these cards coming together here, it is that the feelings they have is there's some, excitement and passion, and they enjoy being around you because they're having fun. So I do like that for you. If you have additional questions, you can pop them down. I'm going to keep going here so I can get to everyone. But if you have additional ones, pop them and I'll circle back around. Then we have Alicia. Is Caesar going to come and see you today? Excuse me. So we'll use those same Love Oracle cards and see if he is going to see you today, what they want you to know about that. All right. So tell us about Caesar and or Caesar. Okay, well, we got two pink cards. So this has to do with you. And it tells you to keep a positive mindset, feeling abundant here. So you definitely have some excitement and gratitude and bliss coming in. And then you also have keys on a ring, which says there's many options, a decision stringing along, but I feel like that there's just decisions that are happening today. Let me see what else they can give us here, because we're not quite. Can you tell us about what's going on with Caesar though today? Okay, there's this card right here that they want. So he does, it says kisses, and it says unconditionally loving and giving and receiving. So I feel like this abundance and all this joy and stuff that this would be a yes there. They're kind of leaving it kind of open, but I'm going to pull some tarot. Let's get some more clarity here. Okay. Yeah. Got the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment and the joy of emotions coming in. So I would say that would be a yes. If that brings you joy, then that's what's going to happen. Whatever brings you joy is what's happening. So if you're like, no, I don't want him to come visit you, then that would be the answer. But it's like your heart feels uplifted and joyful, and you feel like that. So I do feel that would be a yes, that they are coming to see you, if that's what makes you happy. So if you have more questions, pop them down. Hey, cup of tea, welcome. And let's take a look here. Will you move to New York in the future? Ooh, exciting. Let's take a look. I'm going to use the True Heart Tarot for this one. And we'll find out here. Hey, Miss King, welcome. One more time. So let's take a look here. Will you move to New York in the future? Cup of tea. Okay. Just want that top one. Let's see what else we have here. Any other clarification on that? Okay. So you have both the Queen of Wands and the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is about change and it's about energy. Queen of Wands is about it's really this powerful divine feminine presence that gets stuff done. Whatever they focus on, whatever they want to achieve and do, they can make it happen. It's someone that walks into a room and everyone knows it's like, oh, this is a leader. This is someone that can take charge. They are just like this brightness that walks into a room, just very strong. She also has a very strong intuition and connection to her spiritual side, her energetic side. So, with both of those together, I would say that if this is what you want, that you will make it happen because the Five of Wands is about a change of energy, and it moves from this energy of fear and conflict and apprehension to a thing of love and joy and beauty. It's this change of energy around a situation. So if that is what you're wanting, I really see this, the Queen of Wands is like, you can make it happen. It's like you can make anything happen that you're wanting. And so if you are wanting to go, they're saying that all you got to do is change your energy from being apprehensive and focusing on, instead of that it will never happen and da da da, to like, this is what I want and we're going to make it happen. And that energy is just going to help grow that and make this move possible for you. So I really, really love that. Yeah. You have the power. So I love it. And let me continue to go down here. If you have more questions, pop it down here. So I do see you moving that. And oh my gosh, Alicia, let's see. Will you have to sit more than 10 days in jail when you go to court on the 21st? So let's take a look here. And Crimson, I'll come back around and answer those questions. Okay. So Alicia, more than 10 days. Okay. I do want this top two. So let's take, top three. So we have Page of Cups. So this is higher emotions. It's a good card to have there. And you have the Seven of Cups though too. So this is a lot of mixed emotions that are going on in your life right now. But let me look at this last one too. Wow. And then you have the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card that just came out in another deck for another reading there. So you have all this emotional energy that is coming in here. And so there's a lot like this. You can see there's this wave of emotion that is happening here. So you definitely, I'm going to get more cards here because it's not like they're telling me an exact answer. They're just saying that this time frame that's happening for you is happening on purpose for a purpose. It is showing you the difference between wishes and uh, having like realizing that there's not one set emotion that you have to feel in any situation. Like you we're taught, like, everyone probably when they read that is like, "Oh my gosh, this is how you're supposed to feel when you're going to spend, any time in jail." But it's really we have a choice of whatever we want it to mean in this goes to anything in our lives. And I feel like that's what this Page of Cups is coming in, is because this whole thing that they want you to know this first is that this whole thing is for your benefit, for you to realize that you hold the emotions within you. You get to choose what anything means that comes up, because emotions happen in here, not out here. So this is all these emotional choices that are coming up for you. And I feel like you are having this wonderful opportunity to connect higher to emotions that are so much higher than you have ever felt before. You can see how happy she is and how she looks. And it's almost like you have this opportunity to where, if you do get this jail time and all that, that people are like, why are you smiling? And you're just like, I'm just taking it a moment at a time, and there's nothing I can do to change this. So I'm going to choose to enjoy this moment, not waste these 10 days just hurrying to get out of something, but that I'm going to enjoy each moment because it's happening for me for some reason, and I'm going to search for that reason during this time. It's almost like a forced R&R. Forced rest and relaxation in a way. Although I don't know if you can relax, but we'll take a look here. Let's see, get some more information here. Yeah, and you have the High Priest, which this is about, can be about legal situations happening. So again, here's the key. You hold the key to the situation here, and I really feel like however you're approaching this situation emotionally is what is key, because of all these cups, all these choices, and that your approach to the judges and everyone else in the courts or whatever, that that's going to impact what the decision is. So I almost feel like they're not telling you an answer because they're saying it's your attitude and your choice of your emotions, the emotional energy that you're putting out through the rest of the process here is going to impact the outcome. And so they're like, they don't want to tell you because this process of you choosing your emotional state, your emotional choices as you go through this is what is going to ultimately impact it. So I know I wanted to have like a an exact answer. Tell me the days, dang it! But that is what they want you to learn during the situation. So if you have additional questions, pop them down below. We'll come back around. Amira, if you have questions, you can just pop down. If you don't want to share like personal stuff, you can just put you on a general reading and spirit will let you know. So that goes for everyone that's come in. And again, thank you all for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate you considering doing so because I put out a lot of free content and a lot of free giveaways that are going on right now too. I have a link to my giveaway playlist down in the description box as well. All right. So, Crimson, let's talk about here. So, we were looking, does she have feelings for you? And she sometimes gives you mixed signals. And okay. And what's the future between you and her? Okay, let's take a look here at these Love Oracle and see what is going on here. We'll answer these questions. Okay. We mainly got pink cards, so this is a lot about what's going on with you. We'll look at the her card first. This is the only card that came out about her feelings and where she's coming from. And she's frustrated, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. So um and I understand now why you have mixed signals coming from her because she is confused on the inside. Obviously, when it talks about the lack of confidence and some self sabotage and the fear egos going on with her, she's been hurt in the past. She's been let down in the past. She's been stabbed in the back in the past. And so the mixed feelings is like, she enjoys spending the time, but she's also afraid because of everything else that has happened in the past. So there's all these echoes going on inside of her head, and so she is mixed up because she's not sure. It's like all of us when we have uh, some anxiety about doing something. It's like, well, I want to go on vacation overseas, but I'm afraid of, everything that's going on in the world. But I want to go, but I don't. But I want to go, but I don't. But and I kind of feel like that's the energy that's going on is, you know, she enjoys it, but also she just has to have some stuff worked on the inside. Let's see what spirit wants you to know about this relationship here. Yeah. So they are saying to take a risk. So you have all the cards in your hands. So it's up to you if you want to continue going forward. It's like you hold the cards. What you decide, if you push too much, it might push her away. Or if you walk away, then you can walk away too. I'm going to take a look here at these other ones. You got photograph. Come on. There it goes. Which talks about, looking at your photos, making new memories. And I kind of feel like, this is about you looking back over your past. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, you got keys on a ring, which you have many options, decision, uncon, like it's like stringing along. And I'm just getting all these out, and then I'm going to tell you the overall energies combining all these together. Because you also have coffee cup, which is meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted. So I feel like you feel like you don't want to play the wrong hand, and so you're tentative too. You're like, well, I don't know because of this photograph and the key rings. It's like you are making you've all these options and these memories. I kind of feel like some of them have to do with past relationships, but I almost feel like it's what you saw in a lot of different people too. Like I feel like you've had a couple maybe relationships. I'm seeing the number two, but it's like, but what you saw in everyone else, and I keep bumping this. I apologize if that's making noise. Tap tap. Is this thing on? But it's like uh, what you've seen, like your parents' relationships, your aunts and uncles and brothers, sisters, friends, all the people you saw in relationships has given you like all these expectations on what a relation should be and not be and all that kind of stuff. And it's like they're saying just enjoy it, enjoy the moment, enjoy the coffee cup, you know. Don't worry about it getting, it's like sitting here going, I'm worried about the coffee getting cold, and it's like it will if you don't drink of it, it's like don't worry about so much of the future and the past and all that. Enjoy what it is for now. Um, and there was this great meme yesterday that I saw earlier in the day, and it just made so much sense because it's like the best thing that we can do for any relationship that we're in is work on ourselves. We can't fix anyone else. We can't make anyone else do anything they don't want to do. But what we see in others and what the fears and whatever come up is about us. They're the person's being a mirror for us so that we can reflect back and look into ourselves, understand what's going on inside of me. And the more I work on me and my heart, my fears and my insecurities and my, past pains and memories, the more clearly I see people for who they really are in the outside world. And I see them for without a bunch of expectations on them, which allows them, I'm setting myself free. So I'm setting them free from all expectations too. Then you get to enjoy them just for who they are instead of looking at who they're not being, right? So I really like that coming in here for you because it is a beautiful message of, enjoy the moment. And I love that you don't want to live in the past anymore. So it's like how do we stop living in the past? We look at the past, we see it through the eyes of love, and we do the work, the shadow work to release those old emotions and those old pains. Otherwise, they'll keep echoing out and they'll keep presenting themselves in people. I say that from experience. If I didn't learn from number one, I'm like, I kept picking in the same classroom over and over again until I saw it because they're beautiful teachers, right? All of my relationships, I can look back in true honesty with love, going, they were all my teachers continually showing me how I felt about myself until I saw it. And then I stopped needing that classroom, moved on to a different classroom, right? So I love that. Yeah, Bree, if you can just throw your question down below. If you don't want to share your personal information, you can just, put you want a general reading and spirit will know what you want and I'll pull cards. All right. Thank you, Crimson. Hopefully that helped there. Um, and then I'm going to move on to Mira. So you want to know the current person in your mind, what their real intentions towards you are. Are you important to them or just an option? And where is your relationship with them now? Okay, we're going to use these. I love these oracle cards. And if you guys have just joined, I have like a pink deck and a black deck that they told me to combine. And the pink represents you, and the black will represent them. So what spirit wants us to know about them. So let's take a look here. All right. So first, what are their real intentions towards you? Let's take a look. Okay. And then we want to know, are you important to him or just an option? Okay. Oh, 3 cards for that one. And then where is your relation with them now? Like what's the status and where it's headed and kind of like that. Okay. And actually, we just got a pink card for you. So we'll look at that. Okay. So, first, number one question was, what is his real intentions towards you? And he's got the mask card going on here. Mr. Sly, and he's not being sly. It just, this is about not showing their true feelings. That they're hiding, and I don't feel like they're gaslighting and all of that. They're just unsure. They have this mask on because they don't know what they want. It's like, it's the happy and the sad face of the mask, right? They're just like, well, one moment they feel this, and I kind of see it's similar to, Crimson. It's like they they're one moment they're this, and the next moment they're that. They're just like, and it's like they're undecided. They just don't get it. Which takes you into that second question is like, are they just an option? Are you just an option for him? So let's take a look here. So these are him again. So this is his energy. The runner, which talks about codependent relationships, fear of intimacy, listening to their ego. And then they have the hammer. So they're kind of in this rebuilding stage of themselves. So what I feel for them, they had this codependency, and I don't feel like they're the taker in codependent relationships. I feel like they're more on they're the one that felt used in the past, and that they were the ones that would overly give, and all they got was, betrayal and um, them wanting more and more. That's not enough. I want more. To where, they just felt like I kind of feel like ultimately that his last relationship just kind of crumbled, and that's why has this hammer. He's trying to rebuild who he feels he is, and that's where this kind of, I don't want to say wishy-washiness, but his indecision is happening because it's like, I don't know, I'm afraid there's like some fear and um, fresh pain. And I kind of feel like it hasn't even been a year since that last relationship crumbled. But so I kind of feel like that's what's going on. I don't feel like it's that you're just an option to him. I feel like it's more uh, confusion around what he wants in his own life. Now you have yours. This is your energy around that same question around, are you just an option? And it's girl talk, time with friends, move on, happily single, live in the moment, have fun. And so they're saying, uh, don't invest a lot of energy in it. Don't make that your life. Continue to have your, the girl talk, spending time with friends, be happily single, don't feel like you have to rush into anything with them. Enjoy them for who they are, but enjoy other things in your life too. Have fun, enjoy your life, live in the moment. Don't try to um, cage them or trap them or pin them down for, are we dating or aren't we? Are we going to be together or not? Are you going to marry me? Any of that stuff, because that's just going to send them in the other direction. And you're like, you know what? If you can, enjoy it for what it is, but focus on enjoying your life. Because that last one, where your relationship is now, you got the lightning bolt here. See if I can get that to focus at all. Come on. There it goes. Which is sudden change, surprise, transformation, epiphanies, the upheaval. I don't feel like this is like the tower, which is a lightning bolt that suddenly ends it. I just think that you're having this epiphany through it all, that it's like, you know what? I don't have to know where I stand in this relationship. Kind of feel like that's the epiphany for you, like this light, da-ding. It's like, why do I feel the need for that? Why do I need to know? Am I afraid, that they're going to leave me for someone else? Well, if they do, his loss, right? You're like, go ahead. Just realize whatever's unfolding is unfolding for you, and that this not knowing is a big growth opportunity for you in your relationships. Possibly, like with any relationship, it's a mirror for us. It's like, what has happened? What kind of pattern are you seeing in the relationships that you also choose? And the approach to them. It's like, are you ready for something new? Are you ready for this? Aha! If you journal, I really uh, encourage you to look back over some of your journals of some past breakups if you journaled them, or think about some of the past ones and just spend some time reflecting on that. But have fun, enjoy it, enjoy singlehood. Don't feel like you have to rush into anything, because you don't want who he is right now. He's rebuilding. It's like they're showing me, you want to move into a house and you go in there and it's just the frame, the walls aren't there, the roof isn't there, it's not even any plumbing yet. It's like, no, no, thank you. Winter's coming or spring is coming. It's going to rain or snow. I want a house that's solid and built. And so they're kind of like, just wait. Just wait. Enjoy who you are right now. Enjoy singlehood. So hopefully that helped a little bit there. Um, but we'll keep looking here. And so if you have additional questions, Mira, just pop them down below and we'll circle back around. And okay, Bree. Bree is next. Thank you so much, you guys, for your patience as I do work through the questions. So you'd like to know if you'll be able to get the mortgage request approved today. Oh, okay, let's take a look and see. I'm gonna pull the Witch's Tarot here and let's see what they want to know. And then Maria, you will be next here. So appreciate you and welcome all you new subscribers and all of you that have been supporting. I definitely appreciate you guys being here. I love connecting to spirit, bringing all our messages of love, and I can feel all of you, just your beautiful spirits. Let's see here. So Bree, today, will they be able to get the mortgage request approved today? Okay. So you got the 5. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. This 5 of Pentacles, though, it just is like, see this wintry tree? It's like, the fruit doesn't grow during the winter. And I kind of feel like it won't be today, that it is this timing that comes in. And I laugh too, because the 5 of Pentacles, I feel, is like my lifelong lesson for this lifetime. And it's all about moving from thinking that it's humans and mankind that bring me my sustenance, and remembering that it's the creator, the source, the higher realm that brings me my sustenance. It just comes through the delivery company of mankind. So whenever I see the 5 of Pentacles, I'm like, I get it. I get it. It's like they're like winking at me, going, hey, look, it's your lesson. And I'm like, I know. But this is like, no, not today. Let's take a look and see if they'll tell us anything else, though. What can you tell us about the mortgage being approved? Okay. And you got the Chariot card here. So the Choice card's been coming up a lot today. And so it's all about your approach to what story you want to put to decisions and what emotion you want to feel as things go through today. So they're like, the pause is happening for you to realize your power over the situation. That, whether it gets approved or not today, which I don't feel like they're saying like, no, it's not today, but you get to look at it, and understand that you hold the power of what story you put to outcomes and what emotion it is as you're going through it. In fact, when I went out for a walk earlier today, it's funny, I was walking back and there was this couple that was walking back from the grocery store headed to their apartment, and overheard the gentleman, I'll call him a gentleman, talking to, I think it was probably his girlfriend or wife. And he was like, but you're choosing to take it that way. And I was like, wow. And he's choosing to be upset that she's not choosing to look at it the way he thinks she should. And it was just like this power of choice moment that really, was in the outside world. And I'm like, oh, thank you for that example. We'll take a look here and see. Will it get approved another day? That I want to know that too. I'm getting nosy now. Okay. Anything else on that one? Okay, and this one. Oh, so get 3 cards for that. So you've got the Hermit card. Then you also have, wow, the High Priestess. And the Knight of Cups. Wow, 3 royalty or 2 major arcana and a royalty here. So the Hermit and the High Priestess they're basically saying, go within, trust your gut, trust your intuition. It's time for you to step away from this whole situation, spend some time with yourself. But the Knight of Cups does talk about movement, and that, knights are all on a quest for something, and the knight is on the quest for the Holy Grail, the chalice, the most prized possession. And so this does show that there will be movement on it, but that is just not today. So that's a positive card for me on there. Those 3 cards. It was just that the 5 of Pentacles. It's like this weekend. They're like, I know it's going to be an up and down feeling of, is it going to be, or isn't it, or isn't it, isn't it, or isn't it? But they're like, spend time, spend some time within, get away from all of that noise, because the hermit goes within for his journey. The high priestess, she goes into her temple to spend time alone, and to reach higher. And so they're like, if you meditate, spend time meditating, get out into nature if you can, just get away from everything, and just trust that everything is going to unfold for your highest experience. And but they're like, do you think mankind holds the decision, or do you feel the upper realms are the ones that have what unfolds in your life happen for you? Yeah, because at the bottom of the deck, I was like, what is unknown? You have the Knight of Wands too. So this is about movement, like fiery movement happening with it. So, just realize you hold the power to your emotional choices. And it's like, trust that whatever unfolds is going to be for your highest good, and try to let it go. I know it's hard when you're waiting on a decision, but yeah. And then they gave me the 7 of Pentacles, which is waiting for the fruit to grow. I laugh because, again, it's been my patience is one of the wonderful lessons of life, right? But what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. Just trust that the season's happening. It just takes time for it to go through the process and happen. So hang in there. All right, Bree. If you have more questions, Bree, you can uh, throw that down there on the bottom as well. And let's take a look here. So Maria was next. And yeah, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Anshul, I think, is that how that's spelled? Just pop your question down below, and I'm getting to them in order here. So I just have a couple in front of you. Hey, Schlock, welcome back. All right, Maria. So you said, let you know if you'll get money to pay your debts. All right. They want me to go to the numerology guidance cards for your question. So let's take a look here and see what they have here. Sure, Brie, I'll get to that when I circle back around. Absolutely. All right. So, Maria, will you get money to pay your debts? What would they like you to know? Okay, nope, I said not that. Okay, this one here. So you do have the number 66, which does tell me you're on the right track. And I feel like this healing is the healing of your debt. So I am showing that you will get money to pay your debts there. Timing, though, I think is probably kind of what we're wanting to little know about that, right? It's like, yeah, eventually over the next 20 years. No, I want to know when, how soon. Give me some idea. So we'll dig in a little deeper there on that one because I know that's what I would want to know. All right. So, what can you let us know about timing, please? Okay. What else? Okay. So you did get the Tower card, which does so things being moved out of your life and things being moved into your life. So just know whatever's happening, even though sometimes it might feel like things are crumbling down, that things happen on purpose for you. And so this what's being removed and in and out of your life has divine importance around it. Because you also have the Three of Cups, which is celebration, which is nice, which shows that, that's hope. But the Three of Cups also represents your spiritual posse on the other side, your, guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, loved ones who may be on the other side already, your ancestors, unicorns, fairies, whatever you believe, those beings of unconditional love and light. They just want you to know that you're not alone in anything that you're going through, that whatever's unfolding, that you are surrounded by a host of beings who do love you unconditionally. And it is an invitation too to speak with them and talk with them. They're telling me, of course, that they do honor your free will, and so they won't meddle in your life unless you ask them to. There's things that you wanted to go through when you were down here. Obviously, the tower represents some fated divine appointments that you wanted to experience and go through. So they're working on all of those always for you. But this is them saying that outside of that, that you also can ask them for signs, synchronicities, answers, assistance, whatever, and they will show you signs and they will do that for you. But it's important for you to, of your own free will, to ask them to do so. And especially if you're going through difficulties, I am like, when I go through difficulties, I'm like every single day when I wake up in the morning, okay, hey guys, of my own free will, I'm asking you to meddle in my life, please. Show me signs, give me answers, give me ideas. So, um, please consider doing that. And let me see. Still didn't get my answer yet. They're like, Spirit likes answering questions or with guidance. Yeah. So you got the full card here. So this is about new adventures. So again, this tower, I feel like there's going to be some big changes that are happening in your life in the near future, because these things are being removed so you can start a new adventure, a new beginning. So I feel like there is going to, it's more sooner than later that that's going to be happening for you. So, okay. So that is good. If you have additional questions, Maria, just pop them down in the description box below. Yeah, so Margot, yeah, you're talking about pulling cards that they have like to do with like both sides, like with the love oracle is probably what you're talking about. So I didn't see that till just now. All right, Schlock, let's take you our next here, and then we'll do to Anshul and then back to Bree. So thank you guys for your patience and for hanging out. So, what are Vidisha's current feelings for you? Let's take a look here. My apologies if I mispronounced that too. Let's see what they want you to know about their feelings for you. What spirit would like you to know. All right. So for Schlock, what are Vidisha's current feelings for you? Okay. Okay. So let's take a look. We got 3 black cards which represent them and 3 black cards that represent you. So let's take a look at theirs. So The first card they have is addiction, which this talks about codependency, obsession, possession, controlling, a block, a restraint. But they also have a heart with a key. I'll show you all three cards first, and then I'll tell you what they all mean together. And that is about welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together. And they have a twin flame type of energy here too, which is the yin and the yang, the balance, union, duality. So, with all of those together, I do feel like they have this. It's an interesting combination. So, it's like um, they have these beliefs about love and finding the one and doing this very romantic, very dreamy. Like they've watched a lot of love stories and a lot of those types of things, to where it's like they're in love with the thought of being in love. Is kind of what it comes down to. And because when I was trying to find out their feelings for you, it was like they love being in love, and I'm like, "Well, but that doesn't tell me about you," and what I feel is like, and I don't wanna downplay it at all of the feelings, but they're like, you are the how can I put this? Like, the container. You're like the wrapping paper that the present comes in. So I don't want it to sound like that. It almost sounds awful, and I don't mean it to be that way. It's just like you're the pretty package that the present comes in. It's like the romance is what they really want. You just happen to be the container it comes in. And so I don't feel like at this point that it's about you so much as that you're the acceptable container that it comes in. So I'm sorry that it's coming across that way. Let's look at you where you're coming from here. So this is what's going on with you, and this does say dating, getting back out there, meeting someone new, and then you have the boat, which is receiving what you need, progression, moving on. So two of them kind of talk about that already. And then you have the house of cards or the hand of cards. And that's talking about being strategic, not showing your hand, taking a chance, gambling. And I kind of feel like with the combination of all these, it's saying that for you to get what you are really wanting, because you don't want to just be the container of like, well, you just love being in love and you could be just as happy being in love with someone else. Well, I want someone that thinks I'm unique, that loves me, and that they're attracted to me, and that I'm the spark in the relationship, not the metal container that holds the spark. And so I kind of feel like uh, in order for you to get what you really need, I would not pursue that. It's totally up to you. You do have your power of choice, of course, but the guidance from spirit is just giving you some clarity that that's where they're at. This other person is just in love with being in love, and that's not really what you're wanting. Um, and take a chance and move on, because something more of what is in alignment with what you're looking for is further down the path. So don't stop at the store in the market because the bright shiny thing, it's like what you're really looking for. Keep going, keep walking. You'll find it further on down. So hopefully that helped. I know it's not what you wanted probably, but we only ask for the truth, right? We don't want them to just tell us what we want to hear. We want to know what's best for us. So so there you go, Schlock. um Great. And Anshul, if you're still here, thank you so much. And you can definitely ask a question. If you want to pop down your question down below, then I'll answer that. I'm gonna go ahead and cover Breeze, and then I'll come back around if you just want a general reading, just put you want a general one, or if you have a specific question, you can ask that too. So, what is coming towards you in love for the rest of the year, Bree? Let's take a look here. I am going to use the Love Oracle. Let's get some clarity on that. All right. So, what is coming the rest of this year for you? Which, oh my gosh, it's already September, right? Mid September. We only have like, what, 3.5 months left for this year? Okay, let's see. You got 2 cards so far. Okay. Make sure you get 5, which are all pink. So, this is all about you. So, your first card is Stabbed in the Back, which I don't feel like this is new stabbing in the back. This is old stabbing in the back. So, this is about what you've experienced in the past. It's almost like they showed me in the head, like you lean up on a chair, and like, oh, ouch. Oh, yeah. My stabbed in the back wound is there. And it's having you like look into that. We'll take a look at these other ones here. Yes, like I just finished up yours. If you want to rewind, you should be able to watch your reading there. And then you have the chaser. And this is a chaser in codependent relationships, fear of abandonment. So I kind of feel like they're telling you more about this pain that you had in the past. Yeah, this hand of cards keeps coming up here too. So I like this that it tells you about taking a chance. And I feel like that comes after here. After this reflection, and kind of changing the bandages on your wound, that you'll be able, to move forward there. Yeah, because here's codependency popping up here again too. You're feeling the weight that's weighing you down there. So yeah, that's definitely a clear message here. And then the last one, yeah, this is like a dream that you have and the possibilities of what can happen. And I feel like that comes down here too. The soul connection, the eternal love, everlasting promise. Um, so you're stabbed in the back, the chaser, and the addiction card. Those three for me are it's like over the next couple months, it's like taking this time to understand your past relationships, the codependency tendencies. I might see you in the meetings because I'm a recovering enabler in codependent relationships. And it is almost like a disease, right? Where um, you know, have this belief that's inside that you are not enough if you can't overgive to someone. And there's like this exchange rate of I have to give 100 of this to them to get one from them. That's what I feel I deserve because of how I grew up, right? And so you overgive and you overgive and you overgive and you don't allow them to give back to you because you feel you don't deserve it. And then so you give until you're exhausted and then you continue to give until you're resentful. And a lot of times in codependent relationships, when you're in the enabler, you kind of take on a parent child role where you feel like you have to take care of them. But no, we don't feel comfortable. It scares us to allow others to give to us because that means we're not needed and then they're going to leave us, right? So if we're not allowing them to give to us, eventually they will go outside of our relationship to give. Either they'll invest their energy into working, become a workaholic, or they'll invest all their energy into a hobby or working out or their friends or an affair. And so those things we realize our part in it, that I can be an adult in an adult relationship, adult on adult instead of adult and child, and that I deserve to receive from others too. And I feel like this is what uh, the stabbed in the back, what you're learning about yourself and the changes that you're making so that you can then take a chance on allowing people to give to you, someone to give to you, because that's what a partnership is equal, give and take, not over giving and not allowing them to receive and ending up resentful and bitter, and they end up going somewhere else to feel good about themselves, because they want to give too. That giving feeling feels wonderful, but when we deprive someone else of giving in a relationship of any kind, whether it's romantic, family, friends, whatever it might be, they doesn't feel good to them. How would that make us feel if we no one would let us give to them, but they can only give to us? It's like, oh, when that shoe's on the other foot, it's like, wow, no. So so that's kind of what I feel for you there, Bree. And let's see, I'm sorry, let's see what else you said here. uh yeah, 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 I'm glad it's time for you, Bree. Absolutely time for you. Get this, solve that heart that's, keeping you feeling, stuck and difficult to move, and this freedom is going to come at the end of this reflection that you're doing there. So I do love that for you. Very good, very good. Well, I don't see any other questions here. If anyone else has anything that they'd like me to pull cards for, please feel free to put them down below, and I'm happy to pull cards. I do like to, when I don't have anything listed there, I do like to pull some cards for those that come back and watch this after the fact, or if there's someone here that I know sometimes we don't want to like put our name out there or any of our situations, but you do want a reading and you're like, I wish I could get one. This is when Spirit is going to bring a message for you guys, because they know you don't have to tell a human about it. They know what you're wanting, and they're just going to bring messages through. So I do want to pull a Queen of Moonology card here, and this will resonate for whoever it is for. All right, what would you like us to know, please? Okay, here it is. Just this one. Yeah, we got new beginnings. Card number 2. There's actually, says new moon. I know this is a full moon here, but this the full moon moves to a new moon, and the new moon beginnings. We actually have a new moon next weekend, which I just put out the weekly energy updates, which talk about the new moon alert. So if you want to check those out, when you go to my main page, there's playlists there, and you can check out the weeklies for your individual zodiac sign. And it says you are offered a fresh start. Your journey is beginning. So take the first steps towards something new. It is time to place emphasis on your health and your well being. There's something incredibly poetic and even romantic about that tiny sliver of silver that is the new moon. And after the waning cycle and depth of the dark moon, where there's no moon in the sky at all, um, then appears this, beautiful crescent of the finest light. Almost a scratch upon the blackboard of the universe, here is the evidence that even after the darkest night, light returns again. The crescent of the new moon is an ancient symbol that stretches back to ancient prehistory. There are cave drawings featuring crescent moons, sculptures of goddesses with crescent moon diadems, and the goddesses Aphrodite, Hecate, Diana, Artemis, Ananya, and many Central Asian female deities were often depicted with new moon symbology. Going back even further into the Neolithic cave paintings, where the moon and the sun symbology features, with no more commonly depicted as the new moon. So this new moon goes, it's such an impactful thing for so long. And it says, when the new moon appears in the lunar cycle, we're gifted with a new beginning and a fresh start. What we have identified as useless or unneeded anymore has been released in the void of the dark moon, and here waiting is a new chance. Here we go to renew our lives and feel free enough to risk trying again. This might be for you, Brie, right? Sounds like what we were just talking about. Whether we're asking for a fresh start in a relationship or new love, or are heralding the actioning of intentions, such as better health, a new business, or the start of a new project, riding the new moon energy will assist us. Many creative people start new works on a new moon, and I personally, this person as an author, likes to begin all their works on this phase, even if beginning means simply typing up a cover page or an outline. So, the most powerful of new moons for new starts traditionally are within the season of spring, which, of course, if you're in the southern hemisphere, spring is coming up here in about a week. And if you are into companion stones, Celestine is the companion stone for that. So I love that. For whoever that was for, you definitely have this new beginning coming in. And it is time for your health and for your well being, this new start for you. So I do love that. All right. I also kind of feel like I want to pull one of these Oracle of the Unicorns. So let's see what else they have to say. And for anyone that's new coming in, since I started this session, I do have a lot of giveaways that I have going on. And I'll continue to have some for a while. And I have a playlist down below in the description box, which is the giveaway playlist. And so you can check out, I have two giveaways that are just out for next week and the week after. I have a drawing that I've already done, and I'll have that announcement video on the uh, Wishing Upon a Star Astro readings today, too. All right. So, what else would you like us to know, please? Okay. Boom. And we got Delight. I love these cards. And it says, count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. And this playful fairy pony has danced into your day to encourage you to glide through life on a slipstream of joy and to approach any situation with a sense of fun and play. She invites you to trust that all will be well and know that feelings of peace, joy, and gratitude will help solve this issue in your life a lot faster than worrying about it well, right? You may have been told that life is tough or learned that worrying is essential to solving problems. You may have been programmed that hard work alone leads to success or that it requires effort and sacrifice to earn money. But what if you could choose a new reality? Hmm. The fairy pony is reminding you that the universe wants you to be happy and that when you wholeheartedly expect positive outcomes, you will receive them. Start today by slowing down and taking deliberate pleasure in even the simplest of things. Count your blessings and feel gratitude for everything you already have, no matter how small it may seem to you. Let the sun warm your skin. Enjoy the blue of the sky and the softness of the breeze. Sit under a tree, lie on the grass, stop to smell the flowers. Dance, laugh, love, and play your way through life, and trust that the universe will give you more reasons to be happy when you do so. When you believe, feel, and act as if all is well, and live in positive expectation, any of your situations will resolve more easily. More blessing will flow to you and fill you with delight. So I love that. Great reminder for all of us, I'm sure, but a great message. Hey, Matina. Hopefully I said that correct. Yes, you can get a free reading. Do you have a specific question or do you just want a general reading and see what Spirit has to say for you? You can just pop it down below and I will definitely look into that. And anyone else, if you have any questions you want to ask, just pop them down below, and I do go through those. While we're waiting, let me see. Do we want to pull in here? Actually, they do want me. I'm going to pull some of these tea leaf cards and just see what they have for whoever is looking for something here. Okay. So 3 cards have popped up, and this is just a general reading for whoever's coming across this if it resonates for you. So you do have the flute card first. So that does talk about disappointment in a friend or a lover. And then you have a butterfly, which is, of course, all about a change for the better. And then we have the rooster, which is an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So I kind of feel like all of these 3 combined for whoever this reading is for is basically this disappointment in this other person because they did come across just arrogant and boastful. And, you know, my brother has chickens and a rooster. And that rooster, oh my God, if you get near those hens, they will go after you. And I kind of feel like that's what happened for whoever this is, that there was this situation where you were disappointed in a friend or if it was a lover or whatever relationship it was, and they were just cruel. It's like, why did you attack me? I wasn't trying to do anything. And you kind of feel like you were just, again, unfairly attacked for no reason. But I like that they're saying that there's this change for the better, because it's kind of like, thank God for unanswered prayers. This altercation and the situation popped up for you so that you wouldn't spend time anymore. I kind of feel like it was a toxic type of relationship that you had. It's like being fired from a job that you hated. You were afraid to leave it because you didn't think you would be able to find another job, but, and until it happened, um, then you didn't realize, like, "Oh, wow, look at all these jobs out here I didn't know were here," and you get a job that has it's closer to home, and it's, more benefits, more pay, in a job that you enjoy more. So it's like the relationship was that you're like, "Oh my god," end up finding a friendship or a relationship that's like 100 times more of what you were looking for than what you were in a toxic situation, and it was ended for you, because of their actions, and it had to go extreme in order for you to leave it. Like, they had to break up with you, or they had to do something so extreme, like, you just wouldn't take it anymore, for you to move on and find something better for you. So I love that for you. Yeah, Maria, I did answer yours. You can kind of scroll back a little bit, and you should be able to, like, watch the replay and see where I answered the question there for you. So you can, come back around. And if you have any additional questions, feel free to pop them down in there. All right. And so, Matina, I don't see that you have asked a question yet there. So, I feel like a nudge from them where they want me to pull cards. So, I'm going to give you just a reading, whatever they have to tell you, which will usually end up answering your question anyway. Because Spirit knows they're so smart. So, let's take a look here for Matina. What would you like her to know, please? What would you like Matina to know? Okay. So we're pulling from the Magic of the Unicorns deck. And so your first card here, Matina, is Enlightenment. Let's see if I can get that to focus. It's a beautiful card. Maybe a little closer. There it goes. Love you reaching for a star there. And it's enlightenment. Look for the highest perspective. See the divine in everyone. So it's a lot like the Hanged Man, where it is seeing things from a higher perspective, a different perspective, and really understanding that, all these humans that we interact with here, we're all characters. this character here, Bretta Zen, Danny, he's a character. And I am a character, but this is just a human character. But the actor behind the character is, for all of us, is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love. And even when people act a villain or we perceive them as a villain in our lives, like TV in any movie, when you see someone playing an evil character, people like, I know Game of Thrones is what's coming to mind. Cersei, the she played such a great evil queen, and then when they interview her, she's such a sweet person, and even sometimes when you have these people who played such evil, evil people in movies and they get interviewed later, you can see the actor behind that character. And they were like, "I used to apologize people after a scene because I felt so bad about how I was mean to him." That's kind of what this world is. We have these higher beings that are behind every character. And it says, receiving this card, it draws your attention to uh, the eagle. It prompts you to soar high like an eagle, see everything from the highest perspective, and be ready to take action in a moment. It also reminds you to be a master and take full responsibility for your life and everything you attract into it. Your unicorn guidance is to rise above any challenges or difficult situations. So rise high, move beyond the mental and emotional into the spiritual. Respond to everything according to the spiritual laws of the universe. The card of enlightenment also calls on you to use discernment and discrimination in all things. Enlightenment is a function of the third eye chakra, which holds 96 lessons in a spiral of chambers. Unicorns are fully enlightened beings, and pure light radiates from their third eye. They use this light to help awaken you. Call on your unicorn to touch your third eye with its horn of light and illuminate it. We all go through the veil of amnesia when we incarnate. Your unicorn will help you to dissolve any of the seven veils of illusion that are still in place and ask it to do so. So, Martina, wow, they are really having you focus on the spiritual side of your life, and that you are having these awarenesses and these observations and aha moments that are coming into your life. So you're not imagining them, and you are being called to see things from this higher and higher perspective that you're going through. Let me see what else they want to add into that for you here. I'm going to use the True Heart Tarot. All right, what else for Martina, please? Okay, I did give you 6 cards here. They want to do 3 and 3. Yeah. So you do have Temperance, which is the balancing of the upper and the lower. So beautiful balancing and patience with that. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You have the Hermit card, which is card number 9. So this is you. Let me see. There we go. Turning inward for your journey, and the light that's guiding you here is your higher self and this connection there. Because you also have, speaking of nines, you have the 9 of swords, and this is you going inward to look into all of these thoughts and these beliefs that have been making you feel restricted. All this is like the insomnia card or the nightmare card. You've been trying to live up to all these external expectations, but this inner journey has been allowing you to cut away these old thoughts and these new beliefs, taking you to a new level. And then you have another 9. So definitely the 9 of discs or the 9 of pentacles is about you going on this inner awareness of your abundance, and you're finding this wholeness, this completeness within you. You can see that she has a butterfly right there. That represents spirit being there with you and helping you with this beautiful transformation that you're going through. Because in addition, you also have the 4 of swords, which is peace of mind. That's coming in here. Sorry. Come on. There we go. So you have the 4 of swords, which is you having, moving from that, crazy where you have all this non-peace in your mind to this balance, stability, mental stability that's coming in with that card. And then your final card there is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups does represent your whole posse of support that you have in the upper realms. You know, your guardian angel and your angels and your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your unicorns, your fairies, your ancestors, spirit creator. You have a whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light, which obviously you're not alone, and they're inviting you to this higher place in your spirituality. And just ask them any questions. They are there supporting you every step of your path there, Martina. So I love that. If you do have additional questions, if you are still here, pop them down in the description, but I mean, in the comment or the chat room is what I'm trying to say. Hey, is that Garv Dadwa? Totally murdered that, but welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I'm doing very, very wonderful. You definitely can ask a question. You can have a general reading if you want, or if you have a specific question, just pop it down in that chat there, and I'm very happy to pull cards for you. I'm just going to take a quick swig here. Okay, very good. I'm going to use the Love Oracle cards, which I have. There's like a pink deck mixed in with the black deck in here, and the pink will be your higher heart, like what they want you to know about your side of the relationship, and then the black card will be theirs, what spirit wants you to know about them. Why are you crying? Will there be movement between you and the Virgo? Well, you both have beautiful earth energy, right? Very grounding. So let's take a look here. What would you like them to know, please? Okay. Well, you got one black and one pink, and they want me to start with those. So from their side here, well, they do have some affection for you. So there is some affection that's being portrayed here. And your side, yeah, you're getting an expression of uh, the love for you there, whether it's a phone call or action. So far, that's looking good there, that there will be some movement where they're expressing some feelings for you, whatever that might be. Let's see what else they'd like you to know here. Okay. Okay. Any others? Okay, another one. All right. Okay. So let's take a look here. You did get 3 and 3. So again, this balancing that's coming in. And of course, we'll take a look here at theirs first. So, and this mask card's been coming up for a lot of people in relationships today. So there must be this uh people are afraid to show their true feelings. So they are having this mask. They are um not wanting to show their hand. And it's not like because of you. Again, all these masks that have been coming up today, of course, is their past pain, their past experiences, their past observations, just have them feeling like they want to be able to hide behind something and not be vulnerable. And let's see. Yeah. So we have a mirror. So you guys are mirroring one another. And so that's where this tentativeness is coming in here. Let me see this other card here too. Yeah. So this is an engagement ring. I feel like they had a commitment before, and the reason why they're being tentative right now and while things are happening is it's like there was an engagement or a commitment that was called off that ended in the past, and then this mirror. There's something in your relationship that, or within you, that is causing this mirror effect where they're seeing some of the things in you that they saw in this other person, which are good things, but it's still making them go, oh, wait a minute. They're like just wanting to take time because when they're looking at those, they're like, I fell for this before and I didn't see the red flags. So they're waiting for red flags. They're looking around and they're trying to understand their past, interactions and their past pain that's been going on. Yeah. And then here, these are you. So this is uh, about codependent relationships. And I kind of feel like maybe um, a past pattern is that you would move very fast into relationships. And then here's the acts that they would end up ending abruptly. And yeah, this is what you're looking for. Yeah. So I definitely see this side of it where you're wanting this bond and you are so ready for it that you rush in, to the relationship because you just want to bypass all this the time that it takes to court and to date and to go through all of that because you want to get to the good stuff in your mind, which is this deep bond and this wonderful intermeshed relationship. But in the past, I feel like that's why the axe came fast. Not so fast, but it would come abruptly uh, because of uh, they were not ready for that and kind of freaked them out, a bit because they, um, like this person, they have these little past mirrors and past things that they're like, I need to take it slow because I've, if they've rushed in the past, they miss all the red flags and then you deal with all the red flags all at once. Which when you court and when you date, when you take time to get to know someone, you get to have discussions and conversations around things, come to compromises, heal stuff, on your own about what stuff is coming up within you that you're seeing in the mirrors, right? But if you rush, then you have to deal with 10 things all at once that usually blows up because it's difficult to handle 10 things all at the same time instead of one at a time as you come across them in a slow walk together, not a runner, not running into things. So this is what you used to do, right? But you're ready to slow down, take the time, allow things to unfold, use any time for that mirror effect where anything that comes up, any emotions that come up within you are what you do. You sweep in front of your own door, look at those own things, and then let them deal with whatever they're dealing with. And just you don't have to rush, it's about taking time, and that's what helps the bond to come together. Otherwise, it just ends in a car wreck. So hopefully that brought a little clarity around that. If you have additional questions, pop them down below. Hey, Marwa. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Right, so I'm going to use the Love Oracle cards here, and we'll take a look. Again, the pink would represent you, and the black would represent them. So you want to know Farhan's feelings for you. Will he come back into your life? And if so, when will he come back? Okay. So let's see. What does Spirit want you to know the relationship? Hey, let's see what they want you to know here. Okay. So that's for you. Let's see what else. Okay. That's about them. Okay. Got 4 cards coming out for him. Let's see. Okay. And then 4 for you. Okay. So balance reading. Let's look at what they want you to know about you first. So you do have the love call came up here, the card again. So this is about them expressing their emotions for you. It's an encouragement to keep a positive mindset. And I'm gonna pull up all your cards here. Yeah. So this is definitely where you're at because this is the separation where you're missing them and you're feeling the distance and feeling that. Yeah. This is about moving higher. And it does say, a new phase, expansion, learning. So the situation that's going on now, mm, yeah. Um, Let me pull his cards too, because I kind of feel like there's this dual message in there about what you're going through. It's like this separation, you feel and get this communication of like you're trying to keep a positive attitude and you're hoping for this phone call from them. But there's also this movement upward, this expansion. It's like you're learning about yourself and you're learning about what you want and what you don't want. And it's like as you're moving out of the fear of things, you're understanding more of what you want in life. But let's take a look here and see what he has here. Yeah. So you have, so this would represent the marriage, right? So let's see what else unfolds here. Mm. So you have the addiction card here. Just kind of feeling weighed down a little bit here. Let's see what else is here. Yeah. So it looks like he's making choices for himself. And then the last one, yeah. So he's not calling, he's holding you at from a distance there. Yeah, with a combination of all these, yeah, it feels like he's making choices for himself and not really considering how it's impacting others here. When it says not today, it's like he's keeping you at a distance, he's not communicating. He's kind of feeling like this is where his feelings are at, which has nothing. There's like nothing that you can do. I'm trying to get it to focus here. Come on, there it goes. So he feels like the old ball and chain, kind of feelings. He's feeling like constricted. He's feeling, like this dependency. Um, so I don't feel. uh, the engagement ring is still there, which is commitment. And I kind of feel like he's taking time away to try to understand where he stands, what he wants in life, what he wants for him. And then he'll see where you fit into that. So, at this point, I feel like this is coming to you for you to understand what you really want as well, right? Because this is you moving higher, seeing things from a different perspective. There it goes. So you have this hope and you miss them and you're hoping for a call, but it's like with these 2 together, so you're waiting for the phone call, but he's holding the phone away. So there's no communication, with that. So, I wanna pull some, tarot here too, see if they can give you any clarification, in addition to this, but it does show the 2 sides that are going on, that you're longing to be in the a relationship because you want that security, you like that, and that they're off on this kind of self adventure trying to understand themselves. It's almost it feels like a midlife crisis. What do I want? What has my life been? And so they're off trying to understand themselves, and that's why they're not communicating because they're totally focused like this and not seeing beyond their own self. So let's take a look here. See what else. Okay. They did give you a couple cards here. Let's see what we have. Yeah. So you have the Queen of Wands here. So this is you. This is you really getting into a good place with your own power, understanding what it is that you want and you getting things done for yourself. So the queen, I mean, she very much is trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, taking charge of your life. Yeah. What is your wish? What do you want in your life? What, truly what it is do you want emotionally? Not what you fear and what you've been told you're supposed to want, but what it is that you really want. What is your dream? What is your ultimate dream? And they're having you put that power in here. Yeah, because you also have the 5 of Wands here, which is a movement of seeing things in a different way, moving from this energy of feeling like there's conflict and fear and moving to a place that, everything that's happening is happening from a place of love, even if it doesn't seem like it with the characters you're involved in. But up above, it's all unfolding from this place. Um, and and it's in your understanding that it's like if they decide to leave, then it's for you in the long run because you deserve to have someone who's going to treat you, that's going to bring you what you want in your life emotionally. And if they're not able to give that, then it is for you. Though it might hurt in the beginning, in the long run, you're like, yeah, but if there was someone that is not sure what they want in their lives and they're, keeping you at a distance and not giving you the love you want, then you're like, yeah, get out so I can find someone who will. Like I'll go into my journey, find the love within me and find someone who I can have this wishful relationship with instead of not, right? Yeah, we'll take a look here. So you're saying how much time, like when will he contact you? Let's take a look here. Can you give us some guidance on when? Mm. So we got the Two of Swords, which is communication. So I feel like I don't feel 2 days. I don't feel 2 weeks. I actually feel like within 2 months is when you'll get that. It's like in between 2 weeks and 2 months that you'll hear from him. So in the meantime, like this pause, this amount of time that's available for you is for you to really search your heart and see what it is that you really want with your life. Okay. So hopefully that helped. I know it's a difficult situation, but just know how lovable you are, and his actions have nothing to do about you. My dad actually cheated on my mom in between my older brother and me being born, and um, she spent like the next 14, 15 years trying to make him happy. And I he probably had, I imagine, had affairs and everything off and on throughout those time frames. And then eventually he asked her for a divorce. Later in life, they both had gotten remarried, and my dad got married like 3 times, my mom just twice, and my dad is with someone wonderful right now as well. But my mom still carried and harbored the pain and hurt. And we had a great discussion one day because I said, if it was you that was making him unhappy, then he would have stopped at wife number 2. But he dated other people, had wife number 3, he's on number 4. I'm like, if he was unhappy on the inside, there's nothing that you could have done to make him happy, and it released her from that responsibility of, like, their actions and their feelings had nothing to do with my mom's, right? And same with you. You can't control what emotions they're feeling and what they're going through, you can only control your own. And the best thing that you can do in any relationship is work on yourself. Find out what pain, what insecurities, what it is you want in life, and that just helps yourself go stronger. And then any relationship that you get in becomes stronger because of the work that you're doing. So, so that's the message that I have for you there, Marwa. Um, focus on you. Um, he will eventually communicate with you. Um, and but in the meantime, it's about you finding out what you want in life. You know, not waiting on them. And I know it depends on cultures and stuff, but it is about you finding this wholeness within you and doing your inner work and understanding where your pain, where your fears are from. And then that just makes any relationship that you have, whether it's romantic, family, friends, whatever, just makes it that much more amazing. Okay. All right, everybody. I've almost been on for 2 hours. I don't see any other questions on here. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day on here. And I will be on Instagram later this evening at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And then I'll be back here tomorrow at noon Mountain Time as well. So hope to see you guys all there. Again, I appreciate it so much for you being here and trusting me to connect to the higher realms for your messages of love from above. It is definitely my honor, and I consider it a privilege. So, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I really appreciate you considering doing so. I put out a lot of wonderful free things, weekly energy updates by each zodiac sign, monthly readings for zodiac signs, and a bunch of other videos. Plus, I have a lot of giveaways going away, and they do have a playlist listed down below for those. So I wish you guys all the best. Have a great rest of your day, or have a great evening if it's where you're at. It's nighttime. Sleep well. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Until then, you guys hang in there, and you take care, and know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. You guys have a great time. We'll talk to you soon.